Okay, we're here today with Liz from Real Nappies, who's actually speaking to us from New Zealand. Hiya, Liz.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. Um, how did you first get involved in the real nappy industry, Liz?
Well, we were using cloth nappies over in the UK, when our little one, our youngest Joe, was 8 months old, we emigrated to New Zealand, and we were looking on setting up some sort of a business over here, some sort of a franchise. And by this time, of course, as lots of you will probably know, you start getting slightly obsessed with cloth nappies. The more you start using them, the more obsessed you become, and more passionate you become. And when we got over to New Zealand, we found that it was, just a lot of people just weren't aware of cloth nappies. They were really seen as very, very alternative, sort of hippie choice of nappy, and we just wanted to kind of get the message out there, get the word out there that they're really not don't have to be that way. They're really not alternative, just wanted to make them a little bit more mainstream. So our business, basically, we started to look at cloth nappies as more of a business, and here we are today.
Excellent. And what persuaded you to use real nappies with your own children?
Well, actually, I do totally blame it on my husband, of course. He actually read an article when I was pregnant with our son, because we'd used disposables on our daughter, hadn't considered anything else. And then when I was pregnant with our son, he read an article about heat build-up in disposables. And we started looking a little bit more into it. And he said, I think we need to move over to cloth nappies. And I just laughed and said, who's going to do all the washing? But the more we looked into it, the more we realised that it was a good idea, and decided to give it a go.
And so, was the washing as bad as you were expecting?
No, it wasn't. I mean, you're filled with all these horror stories. I mean, I remember when our eldest daughter was born, the first thing my mum said to me was, "Thank goodness you don't have to use those awful cloth nappies." Of course, she was talking about the large terry toweling sheet nappies, and the plastic overpants and the pins and fiddly, with the little newborn and things like that.
Yeah.
She had no idea that times had changed that much. No, I mean, washing, you can get, with our system, we have a flushable liner. You literally flush the solids away. So you haven't got the smelly nappies and things that have to just go in your rubbish bin. You don't have to boil, wash or soak them anymore. We have a product called Nappy Fresh, which is just an eco-friendly sanitizer. Just add a dessert spoon to your ordinary washing powder, and just a cold wash, and away you go. It's really not an issue anymore, no.
Yeah, I think that people sometimes forget that the washing in general is now easier than it used to be with modern washing machines. They're so much more efficient and work better than ones we would have used in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that because of all, like you say, with the hand washing that used to have to be done, and the boil wash and the soaking and the scrubbing, it's just it's just not like that anymore, is it? As you know, it's just so easy. I guess that's one of the reasons we ended up using a two-part system, a pre-fold and a cover, like Real Nappies, is because you don't have to wash the whole thing each time. You flush the liner away. You take out the wet insert and just pop another one in. So it just means you've got a lot less washing to do as well. So that was, I guess, one of the biggest draws for us. I mean, you're busy. You don't want to spend all your time washing. And with modern cloth nappies, you really don't have to anymore.
Yeah. And apart from the washing, did you have any other concerns before you started using them?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess our biggest concern was the leaks. There's nothing worse than rushing around the shops just to discover your little one's got wet clothes, or with a newborn breastfed baby, even worse, with their explosive poos. We certainly wanted our sword nappies sort of out of sight, out of mind, and I guess that to us as well, because right at the beginning when Joe was born, we were using a mixture of the disposables and the cloth. And when a friend of ours actually gave us one of those containers that you put the soiled disposable nappies in, And I guess throwing, you know, how many nappies you get through with a newborn, whatever they're using, it's between 10 to 12 nappies a day, whether they're in cloth or disposables. And I remember seeing the disposable nappies sealed in like that sausage-like, you know, sealed in the plastic and sort of pulling out the whole lot, and they're all like a sausage-like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they're sort of in that, I can't think what the container's called, but irrelevant anyway. And all sealed in the plastic, and then throw in. Literally, our rubbish was doubled in the week that we were using the disposable nappies. And I guess seeing all that rubbish and it being preserved forever in the plastic packaging, just from that day forward, we just said, nah, that's it, full time moving over to cloth nappies. And yeah, we've just not looked back.
And so leaks and that hasn't really been an issue for you?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. At some point or other, especially if you're breastfeeding your little one and their poos are really runny, it's going to end up their back. Then whatever nappy, at some point or other, they're going to have an explosion. However, certainly with our system, which is a pre-fold system, with newborns particularly, they're excellent because you can customise the fit for a newborn. You can fan out the nappy at the back. You can use a snappy to really secure it nice and snug around your little one. There is a little bit of a knack, but as long as you've got the nice, you've got no nappy protruding, and you've got a nice snug seal around little one's legs and around their tummy, so it's nice and snug, not tight, but snug. No, there's no reason why you should get any leaks. But it's the same with any system, you know. Just takes a little bit of getting used to, a little bit of practice, and yeah, away you go.
A lot of parents we speak to, you know, they are hearing these negative perceptions from often their friends and families who perhaps haven't used modern Real Nappies. What would you say to those parents who are thinking about using but they're worried about it?
Yeah, well, I'd basically suggest that they go out and they try a few different systems, because what's right for your friend isn't necessarily going to be right for you. There's so many options out there, and that I guess can be the slightly confusing thing. And I think that you know, a lot of people will trawl the internet. They will go online, and they get more confused than before they even came online. But do try and do your research if you can. You know, they don't have to be. I guess a lot of the time people are put off by having to. They think that they have to spend out a lot of money on cloth nappies. But they need to start looking long term. Start saving, you know, while your little one's sort of while you're pregnant or whatever. That's a great way of sort of saving for the nappies. Buying your stash. I mean, we sell a really economical pack, which is a birth to potty pack. Basically, that contains all the nappies you'd ever need from the moment your baby's born to when they're completely out of nappies. It saves you thousands of pounds, literally, compared to using disposable nappies. But yeah, I mean, try the different systems out there. There's no right or wrong system. Everybody likes different things. The reason we liked ours is because it's very, very cost effective, very simple to use. You can customise it to your little one. We do offer a unique 2-child guarantee as well. So we guarantee the quality of the products. And yeah, just see which system suits you, see which suits your lifestyle. And just give it a go. Really, really give it a go.
Yeah, you were saying there about saving up when you're pregnant. That's a fantastic idea to do so. And also, we always advise maybe to family want to buy presents or friends, you know, to suggest that they buy the nappies, because that's something really useful that will help you save money in the future.
Absolutely, because it's a little bit of a false economy, I think. I mean, I think that people who buy disposable nappies, you know, okay, they're thinking, all right, now I've only got to spend, £5, £10 a week on disposable nappies, and they're really not thinking long term. If you can do the math yourself, you do about change your baby roughly approximately 6,000 times. Multiply that by the cost of each nappy, and it really does put it into perspective. You know, I mean, these are where your considerable savings can be made. And because you start using cloth, it doesn't mean to say you've got to start using it 24/7. You know, if you want to use some cloth nappies, you know, even 3 changes a day, it's going to save you. It's really going to add up. You know, and then when you become more confident with cloth, you'll find you won't want to use disposables anymore. But, you know, do yourself a favour, try a couple of the other systems, see what you like, and just see what works for you as well.
Yeah. And so is Real Nappy used quite widely, or are they widely used in New Zealand?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of an interesting one. New Zealand is sort of seen as quite a clean, green country, and it is for sure. But in terms of cloth nappy and council schemes and things, UK was far ahead in terms of the council schemes and things that are offered. The council schemes over here have really only come into play probably about the last possibly 2 years. So yeah, we're quite behind in that sense. Since we came over 8 years ago, there's been companies and new brands jumping up all over the place. So awareness is definitely growing, which is just fantastic. The council schemes are growing as well, which is a great way to, by the way, if you are considering starting using cloth nappies, there are many councils over in the UK that will help subsidise your starting to use cloth. So do take advantage of those. I mean, yeah, awareness is definitely growing. And having there is a small population of people over here, so everyone tends to know someone who's using cloth. Yeah, it is starting to become popular. Real Nappies is actually used in one of the hospitals over here now as well, which is a New Zealand first. So basically every newborn baby born is put straight into Real Nappies. And then when the parents go home with the baby, they're actually given some more Real Nappies as a gift as well. So that's a 3-year contract that's been signed. Yeah, daycares are beginning to use them as well. So yeah, it's really, really starting to grow.
That's great. That's really encouraging. And I should also say that if people are looking to see if their local authority or their council is offering an incentive scheme, you can look on the Go Real website, and there is a service called the Nappy Finder, which will help you see if your council offers that type of service. So coming back to your particular brand of nappies, Real Nappies, and that's a pre-fold system, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a 2-part system. It consists of 100% Indian cotton pre-fold. Basically what that is, it's literally 100% cotton layers sewn together. It's not too dissimilar to the traditional large flat nappies, except it's a lot smaller, a lot more absorbent, and a lot less bulky. It's really, really nice, slim fitting, but still really, really thirsty. So that's the part that sits inside the cover. We have a waterproof cover. It's a PUL waterproof outer cover, which fastens with the Velcro tabs. Velcro, just for us, we did used to sell the snaps as well, and again, or poppers, there's no right or wrong. We just found the Velcro was just a lot more adjustable, and with a wriggly toddler as well, it just made changing a lot easier. We also have a flushable liner that you can just flush the solids away down the toilet. 100% biodegradable as well, excuse me. I guess the beauty of our system is you can customise the insert for absorbency where you need it. So, you know, when your little one starts sleeping on their tummy with their bottoms in the air, as all these little ones tend to go through, you can adjust the absorbency so that your little ones get an absorbency up front where they need it, a little girl more in the middle, and with a little newborn you can fan out the nappy at the back. And you really, and the other great thing as well is when it comes to wash time, as I previously said, you don't have to wash the whole thing. You simply flush your liner away with the solids, take your insert out and pop another insert in, so you don't need to wash the cover every time. Just makes it really economical and nice and easy with washing. And of course you can machine wash and machine dry. They're used in the hospitals and daycares, so they are built for industrial washing. They're built to last.
Great. And just going back to your explanation of the pre-fold, so you said it was like the old kind of flat nappies, but you don't have to fold it like that, do you?
No, you don't. Yeah, sorry, I probably confused you slightly by saying that. What I meant was it's not too dissimilar. It's just the modern version of the traditional type flat nappies. It's for a newborn stage, for instance. It's about the size of an A4 sheet of paper, and you literally just fold it into 3, and that's it. And then you just pop it inside your cover. So it's just nice and snug. No, it's not a bulky nappy. It's about equivalent of lots of people say to me, oh yeah, but couldn't you tell when your little one was wearing cloth nappies? Didn't he feel bulky? And I just say no, you couldn't tell. It's about equivalent to a full disposable nappy, but of course reusables don't expand when they're wet. That's it. Yeah. And yeah, so no, we never had any issues. Yeah, we just really love the system, feel very passionate about it.
Great, and how did you go about developing the system?
Well, we used our son as a guinea pig, I guess. We used all the nappy systems we could find, and decided on the bits of each system that we liked, basically joined them together, and yeah, Real Nappies was developed from that. Our main aim, I guess, was to make them affordable and accessible to everybody. We didn't want to come up with a really expensive system that people just couldn't afford. To us, it was pointless. Our main aim was to try and make them as mainstream as we possibly could. We've also tried to take the confusion out of cloth nappies by putting everything you need into packs, so that you can jump in at any stage of your child's development, and whatever your budget, and you can buy a pack that suits you, right from our top-up pack, right the way our essentials pack up to our birth to potty pack, which contains all the nappies you need. So you don't have to get online or get in the store and think, oh, what do I need for my cloth nappies? Oh, do I need that? Do I need that? We've done it all for you. It's all in a pack, very easy to buy. You just buy at the stage your little one's at, and away you go.
Great, okay. And do you think there's anything, because as you mentioned before, that there are a lot of systems out there, which is fantastic because it offers parents choice, but do you think there's anything that's unique about the Real Nappy system?
Well, I guess what makes us unique, we do offer a 2-child guarantee on all of our nappies and the covers as well. So what that means is it's basically assuring our customers that the quality is excellent. We've worked very hard to develop our system. We've been around for about 8 years now, and we've been perfecting it all the time. Now, so basically what that means is if your Velcro fails, the stitching fails, anything comes undone, your covers lose their waterproofness, your cotton nappies, something breaks, there's a tear in them, as long as you've not used any bleach or harsh chemicals or fabric softener on your products, then we replace them with brand new products for you. So that's our promise to you, that you know, we stand by our products, and they are guaranteed to last through 2 of your children. So if you have a second child in 4 or 5 years' time, and you say, hey, the crawler size covers on sticking on, the Velcro isn't holding, we replace them for free. So that's yeah, I guess that's really what sets us apart.
Great, and because with the second child, that's when you really start to see those financial savings as well, don't you? Because if you don't have to have the initial investment, then you're just saving from day one.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, exactly. And I mean, to be honest, we've actually had people. We got an email. We've had quite a few people who've come back to us saying they've used their birth to potty pack on 4 children. So you can imagine, if you add up the savings on that. In fact, one of the ladies even came to see us, and she said that she had not only used her birth to potty pack on the 4 children, she'd also resold it at the end of the four kids, and actually sold it on. We've got something called Trade Me, but it's basically the same as eBay. She'd resold it on eBay after the 4 kids, and got quite a substantial amount for the whole lot. So she did very well out of that.
Excellent. And then the environmental benefit also stacks up if you're using them again and again.
Absolutely. I mean, 6,000 nappies. Now, they're going to sit in landfill for, well, obviously anything between 75 and 500 years, whatever piece articles you want to read and believe. But yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, there's no denying that you cannot compare a product that's used once and thrown away to a product that's used again and again and again. There really is no argument over that.
Okay, Liz, it's been fabulous speaking to you, but just before I let you go, I just want to ask you, we've been asking everyone, what Real Nappy secret you'd like to share with other parents?
Sure. Well, I guess the little secret I'd like to share, if you've ever got any staining on your covers or your nappies, of course, sunlight is an excellent natural whitener. You know, the staining literally disappears in the sunlight. However, you know, as we all know, and we do over in New Zealand and in the UK, you know, you always get those cloudy days and the rainy days. If the stain is still on your covers or nappies, you can mix up a little bit of Nappy Fresh, which is the natural sanitizer that we use, just mix it up, about half a teaspoon of Nappy Fresh powder to 1 teaspoon of water, mix it up like a paste, and basically pop it on the spot, leave it on for about 5 minutes on the actual stain, and then pop it into the washing machine. You'll be amazed. It whitens and it will just get rid of the worst stains. So yeah, there'd be no reason why you shouldn't have nice white clean nappies every time.
Fantastic, that's great. Thank you ever so much, Liz, for talking to us.
Good to talk to you. Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks.